Hey guys, I'm Charger Bandit and today we're going to look at Trackmania 2 Canyon. It's the latest from the Trackmania series created by Nadeo, and it's only the first part in the Trackmania 2 series. There's supposed to be like a valley and another environment later, but right now there's just canyon, so it's a racing game. It's an arcade-ish racing game. It's not trying to be realistic, but they've added damage and slightly more realistic physics to this one. But there's still the all amazing loops and huge jumps, turbo boosts. So we're going to look at the solo mode. First we have the classic white, green, blue, red, black series. In each series the tracks get progressively harder. For driving a track, for the time that you gain, you get medals. You can have, of course, bronze, silver, gold medal, but you can also get an author medal, which means you've beaten the author's time on this track. So right now I'm at the red. Let's try this one. I'm gonna give it a shot. And I'm playing on the X360 pad. Actually, it's a Logitech Chillstream. It's the same as an Xbox controller, but it has this awesome hand cooling, which makes the sweat go away, and it's nice to grip on. But I think they don't make them anymore, which is a shame. It's a pretty awesome controller. So you select what medal are you going to try and beat, and you click play. Of course there can be intros, so we're gonna show that in the editor later. So here we go, off with the high speed track. I think this is the fast one. There's many different like styles of tracks. Some are speed tech, some are full speed, some are then there's the user created LOL maps. Basically speed tech is something like it has a lot of drifting involved and it's quite fast usually. Full speed maps are just hammer on the pedal and just drive with full throttle, no brakes. And then there's the LOL maps, which are small, usually mixed maps. Users usually mix blocks with software that's not provided by Nadeo. So you can create a lot of new combinations of blocks that you can't actually place. So we're gonna try and improve this one. As you can see, the damage is pretty good. In the past Trackmanias the damage was, I don't know, in the first Trackmania from 2001 or whenever it was released, there was some damage, like they were opening doors, and I think they might have been able to fall off. I don't remember exactly. Then the damage got removed and now it's back in bigger details. The maps are way bigger. The graphics have been, of course, updated, so it just looks beautiful, but you must also note that I don't play in maximum details, so it might not be that cool. So as we can see, I've crashed my car pretty hard. Now I've crashed even harder. The details on the terrain is pretty awesome, and the textures on the cars, they're also good. So we've seen what the single player races look like. Then you can also play in the official mode, which means you have to compete with others in the world, and by winning you get these ladder points and planets. The planets are kind of a currency in this game. You can buy new skins, you can buy tracks or mods, but it's not that huge in Trackmania 2 yet. It's way more popular with coppers in other Trackmanias like United Forever. So we're gonna take a look at the editor. Here you can load maps, create new maps, you can edit, replace, paint your cars, and you can also manage packs. You can create your own texture packs, also known as mods. So you can use simple, but we're gonna use advanced because simple only has a few blocks. And then we can also select the decoration. Of course we're gonna use sunset because it just looks awesome. As you can see, we have this editor. It's quite easy to use. You just move around with your mouse. You can rotate with your numpad. So first we place a start, and you scroll to lower or raise the block. So we place it like this. Then we find the matching block. Let's say this one is not right, it goes in the other direction, so we're gonna use I think this one, yes, this. Like, place this. Now we're going to do small straight turbo, then place a jump. Can also have these slanted sections, which is pretty nice. So we're gonna place, we can just place one of these tiny hills. You can also undo, or you can just erase with a tool. You can pick a block and just place it again, so you don't have to like find it again. There's free look mode and this copy paste mode where you can select multiple blocks and you can paste them in another place. That was a highly requested feature in United, but it just didn't happen. So here it is. So place this, and of course you're gonna have to land on the other side and go through the checkpoint. A nice little curve here, and just finish here. So I demonstrate how easy it is to use. And just press enter and we can place the car anywhere on the map to try it out. We can just click on start. So we drive. It's a great editor, there's loads of maps. There's also this track sharing website called Trackmania Exchange, where you can upload your tracks and you can rate other tracks, and it's pretty awesome. You can give awards to others, so kind of the main goal of any track maker is to make good tracks, get more awards, and that's how you show that you're mastered the track making. There were a lot of tracks that were made in the closed beta. They're available in the actual single player mode now, so the community helped out a bit on this one. So you can see these kind of huge jumps just get repeatedly placed throughout many tracks, and it's just fun. So I've tested out our track, it works, it's totally possible to complete. So then we can also manipulate with the terrain. We can add these nice hills, can add some smaller ones, you can add these huge canyons, which is the whole point of this Trackmania 2 canyon game, of course. And you can also decorate with these. You can also place trees, you can also do hills with these. It's pretty awesome. There's this podium thing, so the car shows up at the end of the race here. And there's also plugins where you can auto decorate something or use last blocks, and you can also program your own thing. You create here and just use the Lua scripting language to do it. We also have these advanced customization tools. We can set a password, compute shadows, custom music, snapshot camera, map objectives, for example. You can set the target times yourself, but it's not that fun if you make it impossible to finish. So you can also create intros in games. You just simply like place where you want to activate the cutscene or anything. I'm a bit out of practice here, but basically you can add tracks, you can add texts, you can add effects, and there's just so many things. It seems like this thing is a bit bugged, because I don't see the option to go back, which is pretty weird. Last time I tried it worked normally. You can also hold control and right click to tilt. Okay, just wish to go back, okay? Okay, it seems this might have just bugged out, which is a shame. Hasn't occurred before, and usually just occurs when I create videos. That's why it sucks. Is there any other way to get out of here? Oh yes, finally. It appears you can only click that. It's different from that. Of course, then you can add all these effects. It's just something you can play with all day. So then you can test drive like we did before. And to publish the track, you need to validate it. So the time it gets registered, your ghost car gets saved. And then you're ready to save it and upload it, share it with your friends. So we validated it, and then we can just simply save it, and we select how we're going to compute our shadows. It takes a little while if you select higher quality. So then you just save it and that's it, but I'm not gonna save it because the track sucks pretty much. So we can also take a look at paint a car. I'm gonna select, okay, let's say this one. You can rotate around, it's pretty simple. I don't know what this does, but you can paint the whole car, then you can add dirt, shadow maps, then you have all these different like decals, and you can just place them and paint on the car. It's pretty fun. You can change the colors to some decals. So you can also have these numbers, and you can paint with symmetry, and you can also add text that you can then place in your car. So you can fully personalize it. Of course, you can also create your own actual 3D models if you know how to model, and you can also download it from Trackmania car park. I think there's quite a lot of skins already, and of course new models. Now we shall take a look at the multiplayer. Create. No, we're not gonna create, we're just gonna join a server. For example, this Ubisoft server. So also another thing, there's going to be like Shootmania and Questmania. There's another games in progress by Nadio, but there's been no information about that yet. But of course, in the classic style of Trackmania, you will be also able to create your own maps in Shootmania. There's no info about Questmania yet, so. Well, maybe there is, just haven't checked for a while. When you can see it for yourself on the Mania Plan forums or go to shootmania.com. So it might seem the track just ended. There's like 5 minutes per track, and in 5 minutes you have to place the best time. And then of course you're on ladder points. More ladder points means a higher rank. I was once in the top 300 in United Forever, but then I stopped playing and I'm probably like 60k by now. Of course you can also vote for the map, do you like it or not. There's the map names, and of course you can also chat. Basically we're gonna try to set a nice time here. A lot of checks are just about precision and the drifting skills. But of course drifting is much easier in Trackmania 2 than in United, for example in the stadium. Of course it was also hard to drive the island environment because you weren't really supposed to drift. Drifting caused you to skid and that took off your time. But here it's mostly about drifting. You also need to know when to drift or when to go sharp. So pretty much you place first place, you're gonna get the most ladder points, but it also depends on your current ladder status, so you might not get as much as someone who is just a beginner and just won his first game. So that would be pretty much it about Trackmania 2. It's a great game, I highly recommend it. It's one of my favorite racing games. It's about 20 euros I think, so it's pretty cheap for nowadays games. For example, Need for Speed The Run was like $50 and it was just terrible, so rather spend on buying Trackmania for you and your friend. And of course, I just forgot, I should mention that there is split screen, which is very rare to find these days in the game, so it gets a thumb up. so you can also have these gift cards. And just there can be a lot of stuff to do in Trackmania 2, so thumbs up, subscribe if you like the videos, and I'll see you next time.